Your brain is wired to walk in circles. That might sound strange, but it's a brutal truth of human survival. When you're out in the wild without a clear path, your own body can become your worst enemy. It can trick you. It can lead you astray. We like to think we can walk in a straight line. But when visual cues vanish, when there are no roads, when there are no buildings, our internal navigation fails. This is critical if you want to make it back home. Imagine this scenario. You step off the trail into a dense forest. Trees packed tight. The canopy blocks the sun. Uneven ground. Thick carpet of leaves and roots. You decide to walk straight ahead. Maybe to find a better viewpoint, or to find water. But with every step you make tiny, almost unnoticeable adjustments. Your dominant leg might take a slightly longer stride. A subtle slope pushes you off course. So why does this happen? It comes down to a few key things. Let's break it down. First, there's the simple mechanics of your body. Almost no one is perfectly symmetrical. You have a dominant leg. You have a dominant hand. This leg is often slightly stronger, or takes a slightly longer stride. Over hundreds or thousands of steps, this tiny difference creates a consistent, gentle turn. You won't feel it happening, but the evidence will be there when you cross your own tracks an hour later. It's a subtle but powerful force. Then you have your inner ear. Deep inside your ears are tiny fluid-filled canals. These are part of your vestibular system. It's your body's personal gyroscope. It helps you keep your balance and gives you a sense of motion. But it's designed for short-term adjustments, like when you stand up too quickly. It's not a long-range GPS. When you're walking for a long time over uneven terrain, it gets confused. It can't reliably tell you if you've been drifting slightly to the left for the last 30 minutes. It's a brilliant system for not falling over, but it's a terrible compass for a long journey. Your brain tries to compensate for all of this. It takes the information from your eyes. It takes the information from your inner ear. It takes the feeling in your feet, and tries to build a mental map of where you are. But if the information is bad, the map will be bad. In a thick forest, your eyes see a repeating pattern of trees. There are no straight lines. There are no reliable reference points. Your brain, desperate for a signal, starts to make things up or misinterpret what it sees. It might think you're walking straight when you are, in fact, walking in a huge arc. This is what we call a brain bias. The brain prefers to believe it's going in a straight line because that's the most efficient way to get somewhere. It will filter out the small sensory clues that suggest you are turning. It's an unconscious process. You are completely unaware that your brain is editing your reality to fit a simpler narrative. It's a survival instinct gone wrong. In the urban world, this bias doesn't matter. In the wild, it can be the difference between a good story and a grim headline. You have to fight your own instincts. Humans are visual creatures. We navigate by landmarks. In a city, it's easy. You turn left at the big red building, go past the park, and your destination is on the right. These landmarks are unique and stable. But in the wild, the rules change completely. A landmark needs to be distinct and memorable. In a forest, everything can start to look the same. That one oddly shaped tree you decided to use as a marker suddenly looks like a dozen other trees you pass. Your key reference point vanishes into the background noise. Your memory is also not as reliable as you think. It's not a video camera that records every detail perfectly. Instead, your brain creates a highlight reel. It remembers significant moments and feelings. When you're walking through a monotonous landscape, like a pine forest or a misty moor, your brain doesn't have many unique highlights to grab onto. It might lump the memory of the last hour into one single impression, walking through trees. This makes it impossible to retrace your steps accurately. You might think you recognize a clearing, but it's just a similar-looking one. This is what I call the landmark illusion. Your brain latches onto something that seems unique. A fallen log, a patch of ferns, a large rock. You store that in your memory as a key navigational point. But the wild is full of repeating patterns. There are thousands of fallen logs and millions of ferns. When you're trying to find your way back, Your brain will eagerly point out another similar-looking log and tell you, this is it, this is the place. This is a dangerous form of false confidence. It can lead you further and further away from your actual path. The environment itself is also constantly changing. The sun moves across the sky, changing the light and casting different shadows. What looked like a dark, menacing rock in the morning might look like a plain, gray stone in the afternoon sun. A stream might be higher or lower depending on recent rain. The wild is a dynamic, living place. Your landmarks can literally change shape or disappear. Relying solely on passive memory and casual observation is a recipe for disaster. You need a more active and reliable system. There's a moment every lost person experiences. It's a cold, sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. The moment you realize you don't know where you are. This is when your biggest enemy can take over. Fear. Panic is a primal response. It floods your body with adrenaline. Your heart rate skyrockets. Your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. This is the fight or flight response. It's designed to help you escape a predator. When the danger is your own disorientation, the response becomes counterproductive. When your brain is in panic mode, it shuts down rational thought. The prefrontal cortex goes offline. Problem-solving, planning, logical reasoning. Your brain reverts to basic, instinctual functions. All you can think about is escape. Running blindly in one direction, freezing in place, unable to think at all. Running gets you more lost, faster. It burns energy and risks injury. Stress destroys your ability to observe surroundings. You get tunnel vision. You stop noticing small details that could help you. Trail markers stream distant sound. Your mind is consumed and misses solutions in front of you. Fear makes you blind and deaf to clues. It creates a cycle of confusion and anxiety. The most important survival skill is staying calm. Get your brain back under control before you do anything else. The moment panic rises, stop. Sit down. Take a deep breath. Drink some water. Stopping breaks the cycle of panicked movement. It gives your brain a chance to switch off the alarm and bring rational thought back. Think clearly, assess your situation, make a plan. Controlling fear is the first battle you must win. Individual biomechanical flaw. Walking in circles. That flaw amplified in a group unconsciously following the person in front. The group follows a slight, cumulative turn. You become a herd, walking a collective circle without anyone realizing it. You might think that hiking in a group makes you safer from getting lost. More eyes, more brains, more resources. Well, in some ways that's true, but a group can also create its own unique set of problems. Leadership and communication become critical. Often, in a casual group, there is no designated leader or navigator. Everyone just assumes someone else knows where they are going. This is called diffusion of responsibility. People become passive followers. They stop paying attention to their surroundings. They put their trust in the herd. If the person at the front makes a wrong turn, it might be a long time before anyone further back even questions it. By then, the entire group is well and truly off the path. Disagreements can also be a huge source of danger. Imagine the group stops, and two people have different opinions on which way to go. One person is confident it's left, the other is certain it's right. This can cause arguments and friction. In the worst-case scenario, the group splits up. This is one of the most dangerous things that can happen. Instead of one lost group, you now have two smaller, more vulnerable lost groups. You've divided your resources, your knowledge, and your chances of being found. Never split the party. To avoid this, a group needs to operate like a team. Before you even set off, you should agree on a leader or a designated navigator. Everyone should have a map and know the basic route. The group should practice a simple communication system like regular check-ins to make sure everyone is comfortable with the direction of travel. The person at the back of the line has a crucial job: to keep an eye on the group's overall path and speak up if they think you're veering. A group is only strong if it works together, stays together, and communicates clearly. The wilderness is the ultimate test. It strips away civilization's straight lines and forces you to rely on a biased system. It's a humbling reality. Your brain and body are unreliable navigators, that's a fact, so you need to bring tools that are reliable. Relying on your phone's GPS is a rookie mistake. What happens when the battery dies? You drop it in a stream, you lose signal in a deep canyon. Your high-tech solution becomes a useless piece of plastic. Technology can be a great backup, but you must have a primary system that doesn't rely on batteries or satellites. This is non-negotiable for anyone venturing into the wild. Your life may depend on it. The absolute foundation of your navigation kit is a map and a compass. And I don't just mean having them in your bag, I mean knowing how to use them together. A map gives you the lay of the land: hills, valleys, streams. A compass gives you a fixed, reliable direction: magnetic north. By combining the two, you can figure out exactly where you are and which direction you need to go. Learning to use a map and compass is a fundamental survival skill. It's not difficult, but it requires practice. Practice at home in a local park before you bet your life on it. Beyond the map and compass, there are other simple but vital pieces of kit. A bright piece of clothing, like a fluorescent orange hat or jacket, makes you visible to rescuers. A whistle is far more effective than shouting. The high-pitched sound travels much further and uses less energy. Always pack extra food and water. Being hungry and dehydrated fuels panic and leads to bad decisions. A small first aid kit is essential for dealing with the minor injuries that can happen when you're disoriented and off trail. And a reliable way to make fire can be a lifesaver if you're forced to spend an unplanned night in the open. Finally, the most important tool is the one you use before you even leave the house: a plan. Tell a reliable person exactly where you are going, what route you plan to take, and when you expect to be back. Give them a panic time, a time by which, if they haven't heard from you, they should call for help. This is your ultimate safety net. It means that even if everything else goes wrong, someone knows you are missing and knows the general area where to start looking. It's a simple, cost-free action that has saved countless lives. Once you're out in the field with the right kit, you need to navigate actively, not passively. You can't just wander along and hope for the best. You need to constantly engage your brain. One of the simplest methods is to use large, distant landmarks. Instead of focusing on the tree right in front of you, look for a distinctive peak on the horizon, a tall, dead tree that stands out, a unique bend in a river. Walk toward that. It's much harder to walk in a circle when you have a fixed point to aim for. Another powerful technique is to pay attention to the sun. It's nature's clock and compass. It rises in the east and sets in the west. At midday in the northern hemisphere, it's toward the south. Even on an overcast day, look for the brightest patch of sky. At night, if the sky is clear, learn to find the North Star, Polaris. Use the Big Dipper to locate Polaris. It's the star that doesn't move. If you must move through thick forest without a clear landmark, use leapfrogging with a partner. One person stands still while the other walks ahead. The walker stops. The stationary person checks a compass bearing. Then the stationary person walks up and they repeat. Alone? Sight a distant tree on your compass bearing, walk to it, then take a new sighting. It's slow but accurate. Also, constantly mark your trail when leaving a known path. Use brightly colored surveyor's tape, but be sure to collect it on the way back. Don't permanently damage nature. Make small, unnatural markers instead. Snap a twig and place it on a rock. Make a small arrow with pebbles. Make markers you'll recognize as man-made. They create a breadcrumb trail back to your start. Let's say the worst happens. Despite your best efforts, you are lost. The sun is getting low. That familiar feeling of panic is starting to creep in. This is the moment of truth. Remember the most important rule of survival. Stop. Think. Observe. Plan. Stop moving. Don't take another step until you have your fear under control. Sit down. Drink some water. Eat a snack. Your brain needs fuel and hydration to work properly. Take 10 slow, deep breaths. This calms your nervous system and lets your rational mind take back control. Once you are calm, think. Don't focus on being lost. Focus on what you know. When were you last certain of your location? What did you see? A river? A particular hill? A trail junction? Try to retrace your steps in your mind. Observe. Look around carefully. Listen for sounds. A road, a river, voices. Can you see landmarks from your map? Can you reach a higher vantage point for a better view? Gather information before deciding. Now make a plan. Aim to get back to your last known point. That's usually better than pushing into unknown terrain. If you can retrace your steps confidently, go slowly and carefully. If you're unsure or it's getting dark, staying put is often best, especially if you told someone your route and return time. Rescuers will search your planned path. Wandering makes their job harder. Find a safe spot. Prepare a shelter. Get ready to spend the night. Remember, your brain is wired to walk in circles. Knowing that is your first line of defense. It forces humility. It makes you prepare. It reminds you to trust your tools, not your instincts. The wilderness is incredible, beautiful, and adventurous, but it demands respect. Understand your limits and prepare, so you return safe and ready for the next trip. Want more outdoor facts? Start by learning to tie 3 basic knots. It's a simple skill that can save your life. Stay prepared. Stay alive. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more fun facts about the outdoors. New videos weekly on navigation, survival skills, and smart prep for the wild.